Training of the mind. We get there. You'll get there. And we keep doing it. We, as individuals, keep training ourselves to think positive and to get our mind on our side and our ego. And to train your mind is simply, every day feeling positive, thinking of something positive, and being encouraging to yourself and uplifting and loving yourself. Self love is a lot of training of the mind. And there are times that things will happen and your mind will trigger a certain feeling, emotion, or even some words that are discouraging, and you just feel like, I just can't do this anymore. And because you're aware of that and aware that you feel like you should be somewhere further along in your journey, and you just don't realize it. And you can just train your mind to just say, hey, you are okay though. You're right here. And you're trying to be positive. And at least you're trying. And it gets smoother, it gets easier to be positive, and training your mind to be instant on reacting with non-reaction. In a way, it's weird to say that, but training of the mind is just really keeping a hold of your goodness and knowing you have goodness and believing you are good and have goodness and believing in yourself. And training of the mind is part of your belief, and it's a whole part of you. And we all have the greater source within us. It's a part of us forevermore. And we really just have to uncondition ourselves. And that has to do with training of the mind, which is also regarding to feeling good and having good thoughts and being supportive of yourself. And instead of looking for that support on the outside, start right where you are, with you, within you. And that support comes along, and people and words and affirmations and postings and something in the mail sometimes will just show up and help give you that boost of, support and more confidence in yourself. And don't give up, and feel good, and just breathe sometimes, and never be afraid to challenge yourself and do something and think differently than you used to think. And that's something too that you'll eventually start to realize, is that some things that you think about really don't work for you. And when you change that thought and realize that that belief really isn't serving you, something comes along, a thought that just really is supportive, and you're like, oh my goodness. And it may feel awkward and strange, and you might feel irritated that, oh, I gotta change again, or I'm not getting it right, but you are, because you're aware. And that's all that really matters, is that you're aware that you want to grow, and you are growing, and you're training your mind to grow positive and be pro-thoughtful of yourself. So keep it being feeling good and working on your journey as best as you can. You have support constantly within yourself. Infinite beings, source, however you call it. But you definitely are a beautiful becoming being, and you're not alone, and you're very supported, and you're loved deeply. So love yourself, take care of yourself, be easy on yourself and your mind, but eventually it'll just get easier and easier, and it'll be effortless. And even though you'll still be training your mind as you go along, because so many things happen and different things occur to get you stronger and go a different way, or empower yourself a different way. But just training of the mind is mainly just really feeling and thinking of those positive, optimistic, empowering words and phrases and feelings that really support you and help you smile, even if it's just for a few minutes. It gets longer, it'll become a half an hour, the whole day. And you really just effortlessly reach for that feeling, and your mind, it just starts supporting you. and and you have more control, because you have control of you have control of your feelings, and you definitely have control of your mind. So you train your mind, you're definitely just empowering yourself. So feel good, keep growing, keep changing, and smile and tell yourself how much you love yourself daily. And that'll be a helpful part of training of the mind, because you'll feel the love mostly, well, consistently. It just gets deeper and deeper. But that's a whole nother subject. So I just wanted to talk to you and support you on training your mind to just be positive and pro thoughtful and mastering your feelings and feeling good. So till the next time.